What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another Thursday night rundown. Hope you're doing well. And you know what that means? We are one day closer to Friday. Thank God. My week's officially over. I'm off tomorrow. Thank God. So that's awesome. But for the rest of you guys, if you got to work, school, whatever, one day away. And then Saturday's here and we can all relax for a little bit. But hope you're all having a good week. Got a lot to talk about. A lot of a couple topics that came up. The Super Bowl passed, came and went. The Eagles still suck. I was not upset about that. I'm not an Eagles fan, so if you are, I feel for you. And looking at the review, it wasn't a hold. So there you go. But we got a lot of things to talk about. We got a lot of trailers that came out that night that I was really excited for a couple, and I've calmed down a little bit, and I want to address that. So we're going to talk about that here shortly. And then one topic, we had Mike in here earlier. Mike, hope you're doing well, my friend. DoomCock is not going to be here, so no. I apologize if it came off that way, but no, he will not be here. He's just not going to be here. But it's something that I saw him raging about online, and it brings up a good topic of discussion that I figured it's worth talking about. So we'll be talking about that. And then obviously Indiana Jones 5 looks like it's going to be dead on arrival. We'll kind of go in a little bit more details. If you saw my video earlier, you know what I'm talking about, but it looks like he's going to be Jake Skywalkered. But, we never know until we actually go see it, but that's what it's leaning towards. But I want to give a shout out to a couple people to start the night. Again, another super chat from my favorite hater, Jeffrey Miller. Boring topics, Matt, do better. I'm trying. I can only, it's just a little bit, it's progress. But hey, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel and my horrible topics. I greatly appreciate it. I have a new one here. We're going to try this. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble on YouTube for this, but what the hell? Let's try this one.
But he's in trouble. Payback. Oh, God almighty. Oh, man.
I figured all our favorite suspects getting whacked in the head with a chair is always funny to see. So, but thank you, Jeffrey Miller. I appreciate you. Scott Davis, hope you're doing well. Mike, hope you guys are doing well. Justin, what's up, man? Hope you're doing all right. Me and Justin have been streaming on his channel. Like I said, if you guys haven't been paying attention, if you're not subbed to Justin, go check out his channel, Justin Is Lost. He covers some other stuff that I don't usually cover, but it's still in the pop culture world. You probably watch it on the Quartering and things like that. So that's what we talk about on that channel. So we've been having a lot of fun streaming. So if you're not subbed to Justin, go check that out. I greatly appreciate it. Mr. Knight Ronan, Philip Hawkins, dude, hope you're doing well, my friend. Glad you're here. Execute Order Shills. That was a hold, guy. Listen, I saw another replay from the side, and it was definitely a hold. You are correct. It was a hold, and they deserved to lose. So I 100% agree with you on that. It was definitely a hold. Uh-oh, the Flaccid. They are putting Indy back in the fridge. You never... I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up doing something that crazy. It's just kind of par for the course, but you never know. Hey, it may turn out to be a good movie, and hope to God it is. I hope I'm wrong. I don't want bad movies, but just the way things tend to go and who we have in charge, I can't expect anything else. Same thing with, everyone's excited about the CEO of YouTube stepping down, Mama Susan. I hate to break it to you, but that's the same thing like Lucasfilm. If Kathleen Kennedy stepped down tomorrow, do we really think we're going to have somebody better step in? No. We're probably going to have someone equally bad, if not worse. And I can only imagine that's going to be the same thing with YouTube. So who knows? Scott Davis says, I'm seeing more holding in a high school prom than... I agree. And yes, that's what I'm talking about because Stone Cold said so. I mean, I was literally just before this. I'm up to 1998 Raw is War, where they're leading up to the WrestleMania with Mike Tyson. Oh, man, the classic days of wrestling. God, that was so much fun. Let's see. Cajuns. Oh, what's up, Cajun? How's it going, man? You need to teach Rippa how to get monetized by your haters. I don't need to. I've learned from him by far. Apparently, he is the master of it. So, but hope you're doing well. Thank you for hanging out with us and joining us on another lovely Thursday night rundown. So I'm gonna start the stream. We'll talk about the trailer since that's the oldest stuff, and I haven't had a chance to discuss it with you guys. How did you all feel about the trailers that came out? Now, I know the biggest one, the one that everybody talked about, was the Flash trailer. And I'm not going to lie, I was pumped. I love Keaton's Batman. It's one of my favorite Batmans, besides Ben Affleck's version of Batman. And having both of them in the movie, it looks awesome, right? Like, that aspect of it's great. Ezra Miller obviously is the worst aspect of the film. Seeing him in there, you just kind of like, that was the immediate thing. I was just like, oh God, like, here we go, right? Completely dreading it, that aspect of it. But everything I saw, seeing the old Batmobile, seeing Ben Affleck running around as Batfleck, not too sure about his suit though. Looked like it was very strange, but it was odd. And then, I got caught up in the member berries. I'm not gonna lie. What's up, MVP? Absolutely, dude. I was shilling for that. So I was so pumped. It was so cool to see Keaton doing his thing. Yep. Members berry and nostalgia bait for sure. Absolutely. And then I listen, because I love Flashpoint. It's a great story. I love the animated film, the comic itself. I love it all. But then when I see that they brought in, it's Supergirl, right? It's Supergirl, Superwoman, whichever. Once I saw that, I got like, after I calmed down, I started getting really pissed. And I said it in the review, like the cherry on top to make that perfect would have been having Cavill in there as the send off, right? That this movie should be his send off if they are stepping away, which I think is very stupid, right? I don't think that's a good idea. I would agree with you if the movie was done better, but that movie is horrendous. So, but I would agree with you if he was directed better. Val Kilmer's Batman could have been better, but because it's in such a horrible movie, I can't agree with you completely. Keaton's Batman is trash. You are insane. You're insane. Batman 92. Batman Returns is great. It's a great movie. Stiff as a board, but still great. All right. It's childhood memories. But anyway, getting back to it. With Cavill not being there and they're replacing, and then I didn't know. Look, I'm out of the loop. I didn't know Zod was coming back. I had no idea that Zod was going to be in this movie. I mean, I guess it makes sense now that I think about it. But once I saw Zod, I got pumped. I was like, oh shit. But then that's when I got mad, because I was like, this is when Cavill should have been able to, Superman should have been able to redeem himself and not kill him. Thank you. Batfleck is the GOAT. Listen, I love Keaton's Batman, right? It's like my favorite from my childhood. But I love Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Return. That's my favorite Batman story of all time, and Batfleck nailed it. Yes, I think there were some issues with the movie, obviously, but I really wish he had his chance to have his own standalone movie and do his thing, but it is what it is. But he really embodied the character for sure. Nothing screams Bruce Wayne. Nothing screams. Oh, that's. Oh, that was perfect. Got me crying over here. Oh, yeah, the suit, man. The suit was perfect in for Ben Affleck's. The new one in the trailer though looks a little odd. It looks a little weird, and I think I think they're going to kill off Keaton's Batman. I can see them doing that. It was cool to see the Batwing though, like actually doing things during the daytime and seeing in action. But yeah, now that again, thinking about it, like after the fact, after I calmed down, the memory berries washed away, seeing that they replaced Cavill with this girl, of course, girl power. It's like, oh, fuck, here we go, So yeah, it was really, it started to get on my nerves. So there's that love-hate thing, right? I love seeing Keaton back doing his thing. But all the other issues, it's like, it pisses me off. I'll probably see it. Not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. And this will actually tie into my next topic that I want to talk about. And I want to get your all's thoughts because a couple of you guys are other YouTubers and everyone here's a fan of this stuff. So I want to know what your opinions are on a lot of this. But a couple of the other trailers, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 looks okay. That's probably the only Marvel movie that I'm looking forward to, that and Deadpool. But again, I think Deadpool is going to be a complete letdown. I know they're saying it's going to be rated R, but again, I don't know. It really depends. I'm very skeptical of everything. I'm hearing everything about Ant-Man's trash, even though Rotten Tomatoes, the audience score right now, the shills are out in force, unless they're just positive review bombing it, but it's like sitting at 80 right now, so I don't know. Super Mario Brothers looks awesome. I think that looks really fun, and I'm going to go see that. Let's see. Execute Order says, still waiting for Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern to cameo. Yeah. He will. I don't think that's coming back anytime soon. Flaccid says, I think they're going to have Zod great. Ezra would be in on it. Isn't there an evil Flash? He'd probably be the one doing it. Not even Zod. Be right up his alley. Or no, he'll be choking Superwoman because he likes to choke women, and not in a good way. But so Indy 5 looks rough. I know they said they're still working on CGI, and the Flash train is starting. Indy 5, I know they're still working on the CGI because all that. I'm just time travel, and I don't know. Especially, and I will admit, because Flash, you pointed that out, that the Bounding into Comics article was a little biased. The Rolling Stones, or not Rolling Stones, the Hollywood Reporter article cleaned it up a little bit, some of those quotes. It still leans heavily towards the whole Jake Skywalker stuff, for sure. Just some of the things that Mangold said. I don't like Mangold. I think he's a good director. He's done some good things. Ford versus Ferrari is a great film. And Logan, I enjoyed Logan. So, but I just don't. This is still Lucasfilm we're talking about, and I just think he's going to fall right in line with how they're going to do things. And I think Phoebe Waller, whatever the hell her name is, she's going to be the one to make him see the positivity and bring him back to old Indy. But who knows? We'll see. I might be wrong. But getting to this tweet, this brings up a good point. And that's why I wanted to bring this up. So, as I've mentioned before, DoomCock is pure entertainment for me. Like, it's just, I don't go to his channel to, like, for news or anything. Like, I understand what it is, and I just, just take it with a grain of salt, as they say, right? So, I saw a couple of his tweets about Picard. Now, keep in mind, I don't watch Picard at all. That's not my thing. I don't really care. And let me see if I can. I'm going to cut my face off probably. Here, we'll just stop cam for a minute here. I don't know I think you guys can see that fairly well. Yeah. There you go. All right. I'll read it if you can't, because I don't know how to zoom because I'm an idiot. But so Picard season 3 is coming out, and everyone's talking about how good it is, and everyone's been shitting on season 1 and 2 hardcore, but now everyone's saying, oh, it's great, it's fixed, whatever. So he wrote, supporting Picard season 3 is just proving that you are as pathetic as Kurtzman always thought you were. It says Hollywood can shit all over you for years, and as soon as they sprinkle member berries on that shit, you'll lap it up all again. Just like Good Little Sheep, pathetic. Now, a lot of people are liking this series. A lot of other YouTubers are watching it, right? They're all about it. And that kind of leads me to what we're talking about, right? Where you have a lot of people that, we all rip on Disney, we all rip on that stuff. But then sometimes we go and we actually watch some of the shows or the movies. So that leads me to bring the question to you all. and I don't think there's really a right or wrong answer when it comes to this stuff. I'm just curious as to what you guys think. Do you watch some good things and crap on others? Or do you fully commit and say, no, I'm not watching any of it because I don't support the company and all that stuff? You see what I'm saying? Like the Flash movie, for example, got Ezra Miller in it. We know what he is. Do you go see the movie because you want to just enjoy the movie? Or knowing that that's the person and you're against what he does and what he represents, do you boycott it? I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer there. I know because, for example, there's a lot of YouTubers right now that rip apart Marvel all the time. MCU's dead, MCU, blah, blah, blah. But they just ran out and went to see Ant-Man, right? Now, personally, I'm not going to see Ant-Man because it looks like trash and I'm not giving them my money and I have no desire to even do a review on it. I just don't care. Batman's more my thing. I like Batman. So that's why I'm interested in The Flash. And that's the thing about The Flash coming up. It looks more so like a Batman movie, and just The Flash is kind of secondhand in his own movie. But now going to these tweets, right? He clearly starts to kind of backtrack a little bit. And I think because he was getting a lot of heat for what he said there. Because he said, I'm telling you right now, Picard is Kurtzman's Trek camouflaged with Jerry Goldsmith's theme and member berries, but the exact same contempt for the franchise and Roddenberry is in every frame. I will make my case soon, but spoiler, it's more dark new Trek crap. Don't be fooled. He goes, I will not be watching more of this shit, but I knew folks would want to know my opinion. So here we go. So I'm reviewing the first episode, but I won't waste my time on any more. This is Kurtzman's Trek straight up. You're not missing out on anything except more crap from Secret Hideout. And then he finished. Well, then he kept tweeting. There's a lot of tweets. Jesus, this is more than I do. To be fair, Picard season 3 is better than season 1 and 2. But then again, so is a colonoscopy. That's not saying much. Frankly, a colonoscopy is better than season 3 because at least you could sleep through one. Sorry, yeah. And then he says, I salute my fellow YouTubers and critics with the intentional fortitude to sit through the whole season. These folks sacrifice so you don't have to. They are to be commended. Again, what are your all's thoughts on that take? His original thought was, just, hey, like, if you support that, you're part of the problem. But then, obviously, I think he got a lot of heat for it, realized there's some shared audience members that are watching this and kind of backtrack a little bit. Again, I'm not knocking him or anything like that. That's not what I'm talking about. But, just wanted to colonoscopies are underrated. I don't know. I'm almost there to age where I should probably get that checked, but not yet. So I got some time. But yeah, so I don't know. Like, I think if you want, listen, I don't ever judge people for what they want to watch, right? If you want to watch it, go watch it. Now, if you got a bunch of people, I've never advocated people like, don't go and support them, whatever. I don't care. You want to watch everything Disney, go. I might make fun of you, but I'm not telling you not to. So I don't know. I'm just interested in what other people think. Like I said, if you want to watch it, go watch it, whatever the case may be. I've hate watched a couple things. I'm not going to lie. I hate watched She-Hulk because I actually enjoyed it. It was funny laughing at it. Same thing with Obi-Wan. I enjoyed laughing at it. Mandalorian, like, I don't care. That's not going to be funny for me to make fun of if it's bad, just because I don't think it's going to be that much of a failure. I think it's just going to be that slow trickle towards the sequel. And I just don't really give a crap. So I don't know if I'm going to watch it. Flaccid says, I am seeing Ant-Man because I'm a misogynist. Well, that's fair. At least, honesty is the best policy. Let's see. Yeah, Ford versus Ferrari is amazing. Yeah, that movie, I highly recommend it to anybody. Even if you're not a car person, you will enjoy that film. Cajun says, yeah, I saw he was talking about it. He even liked season 3. Ronan says Nerdlotic liked it and he's a hard sell. Yeah, so it just depends, right? Like, and that's the thing. A lot of people look to YouTubers to review the crap for them, and so they don't have to watch it. But I don't know. I'm just curious. I know, like I said, everybody's different. Like Bobby, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. I save time by watching Red Letter Media's review of Picard. Yep, and that's what a lot of people do. Use promo code A Common Idiot to get 50% off your next colonoscopy. Execute Order says, yeah, I knew already. I already said it, but that's Supergirl, boss. Yep. Yeah, I remember in your comments, a big red flag moment. Well, that's a pivotal point in the Flashpoint thing, is when they break supposed to be Superman out, and it's now Supergirl. So of course it is. But yeah, so I just wanted to see what you all thought about that statement. Like I said, I watch what I want to watch and don't watch what I don't like. It is what it is, right? The companies, they're going to do what they want anyway. It doesn't matter. I don't think, like, for example, a lot of people are blaming hate watching of Velma, which is what got it signed up for season 2. I don't think that's the case. I think they signed that was going to happen anyway. I personally just can't sit through a show and do reviews like that if it's that bad. Like I said, She-Hulk was funny, bad, and so was Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan, I cried laughing like almost every episode. It was hilarious how bad that was. So many great memes came from that. But some of these shows, I just don't find the enjoyment out of laughing at them. Like I said, Mando, don't care. Ant-Man, don't care. This stuff I don't care about. It's just not my thing. But I don't know. But yeah, back to the Super Bowl trailers. Like I said, I think the best one, honestly, the best one would probably be Super Mario Brothers. Don't even speak about Obi-Wan. Yeah, that's a sore subject for a lot of people. I think that was the final nail in the coffin for a lot of you guys. And I think it's only going to get worse. Didn't they just announce another Star Wars movie's coming out is it next year? I think they said, or they're starting its pre-production soon, as they always say. But who knows? But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy is the only Marvel thing I'm looking forward to. Like I said, Deadpool, depending on the more I hear about it, maybe. I know they're trying to dangle the keys with Hugh Jackman coming back. But yeah, Super Mario Brothers, that trailer was great. Old school back in the day, referring to them as actual plumbers. Like it was a good trailer, and that's a movie I'm really, really looking forward to. Yeah, they always announce a Star Wars movie. Yeah, the Rian Johnson trilogy is still in the works, right? What's her name? The Jenkins Rogue Squadron still in the works. It doesn't matter. Star Wars is dead. Marvel's dead. It's all trash. And I don't know. I did hear the rumor about. Here, we'll stop this real quick. I did hear the rumor about DC. WDW Pro, I believe, is the YouTuber who has a lot of insight. And he apparently is saying that the whole pitch for DC that James Gunn did was basically a pitch to sell the company, like get DC bought and sold. So I don't know if that's true or not. It makes sense when you talk about it, because they're hoping to get picked up by like Amazon or some bigger entity that can produce a lot of these big films. Because it was really funny if you saw the behind the scenes photo of them, where they show like the layout of all the movies. It would look like a conference room of some like really like a Holiday Inn or something compared to like Marvel's on this massive screen. Like they're broke. They have no money. So I don't know. Again, I'm just upset with DC still, due to the fact that they've axed Henry Cavill. They're moving on. James Gunn, he's questionable on what he's going to be doing. But, it's still, I hope we just get some good DC stuff. I hope they could still do it and pull it off well. Even though they are moving away from him, it sucks, but it is what it is. Tim, thanks for stopping by, man. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Mario looks great. Absolutely. Looks fantastic. I can't wait for it. I think it's going to be an exciting movie, and I love animated films. So yeah, same here. I have way more faith in DC right now than Marvel, just because it's kind of a, I hate to admit it, but it's a clean slate. They're starting over, and let's hope that they give, I hate to say give us what we want, but just stay true to good stories and not nonsense. But the people that are upset with the Flash film and how that's been it's being sold, right, with how they're switching it out, it's not going to be a continuation, because it's going to be that reset. Now, Joker 2, I don't know if you guys saw the news of that. That looks horrendous. I have zero hope for Joker 2. I know a couple people still like the idea. I'm just not a big musical person. Sweeney Todd, someone brought that up in the comments. Like, that's a decent musical that I was surprised that I liked. But other than that, I'm not a musical fan. And I don't care about Harley Quinn anymore. Now, granted, I know Harley Quinn, this is not going to be the animated series Harley Quinn with the accent and the way it's been portrayed in the past. It's going to be more so of how, Joaquin Phoenix has portrayed the Joker, Arthur Fleck. It'll be in line with something like that. It's going to be completely different. I'm really burnt out on Harley Quinn, though. I just don't care anymore about Harley Quinn. Same thing with like a lot of Star Wars stuff, right? Like, if we've had a lot of good content, I'm fine with it, but because it's just been so bad, I just need away from it. You know what I mean? I'm probably not going to watch The Flash because the Ezra. Yeah, see, a lot of people are saying that. Like, Ezra is the pivotal point and factor of people not wanting to go see that film. And you can't. It's hard to ignore what he's done when you know what he's done. They're hoping a lot of people out there don't know about everything that's gone on, but when you know what he's been involved in and all the issues, it's very hard to look past that when you see him on screen, let alone 2 copies of him. So, yeah, Lady Gaga, like, I'm nothing against Lady Gaga, right? Whatever. I posted that video on her on Twitter getting puked on at one of her concerts. She's a very strange individual, but yeah, I just don't care. That movie was a perfect one-off film, and they just need to move on. And you could tell now that Joker 2 is just a cash grab. It's like, oh, we struck oil with this, so let's try to pump out another movie, and hopefully people flock to it just for the sequel. And I think a lot of people are going to leave upset. I hope not. I hope it actually is a good movie. That's going to be one of those things where I'm not going to run out to see it day one. I'm going to let everyone else go and check out and see the people that I trust and their reviews, and then maybe I'll go see it, but I'm not going to do that. Yeah, Knight Ronan says, can't support a wife beater and a child groomer. I'm out on The Flash. We'll look forward to your review. Yeah, like I said, I hate, like, when it's knowing that it's hard, they'll be like, yeah, I'm going to go and spend money there. But I don't know. That's one that I want to see. Just because I got to see Ben Affleck's Batman one more time. One more ride, which, God, the possibilities of what they could have done with that Batman still pisses me off. And Lady Gaga, yeah, she's a nut job. She's very strange. She's a very odd duck. I mean, we all are to a sense, but that's a little, I don't know. I don't like getting puked on. I don't know about you guys. Hey, to each your own. Whatever you do behind closed doors, that's your business. All right, so let's talk about this article real quick. I'm bringing up the actual article and not Bounding into Comics, because Bounding into Comics did skew it a little bit in a specific light. Like I said, I could still see what they're referring to in some of the issues, right? Some of the stuff with Indy 5. And again, just so you guys know, Indy 5 is not even close to being done. I know this is going to be the largest budgeted Lucasfilm movie, I think, ever, they're saying, like, more than the Star Wars. Oh, crap, I just hit the wrong button. Boomer moment. All right, let me see here. And I am going to... Whoops. Man, my computer is garbaggio. Okay. There you go. So you don't see me freezing up every 2 seconds, because this is a very ad-heavy website. But so Dial of Destiny director James Mangold explains how time has changed Indiana Jones, which we all understand, right? The guy's 80 years old. He looks like basically a skeleton walking around. The CGI is going to be very wonky from what I've seen. But again, they are still working on it. I think they said, I was watching Mr. H's stream and they were talking about it, and 3 different companies that do CGI stuff are working on this right now. Like, massively still. That's huge. That's a lot of people working on it, and it's not even done. So the fact that they're still pumping this thing out and working on it until they're going to do this probably up to the very, very end. That always scares me, but I guess that's kind of just common. But so he says here, we can't hide from where we are in our lives. None of us can, and neither can Indiana Jones. I wanted to follow Harrison's own lead and simply deal with it straight on. It's not just a movie about a hero in his twilight years who was called back into action. Excuse me, as I burp. It's more than just that his bones might ache. It's that his soul might ache, or that some of his optimism or sense fitting into the world might have evaporated. See, that's the comment that really gets me. Like, his optimism and his soul might ache. And that's where I feel like what they're going to do is they're going to make him that Skywalker-esque, like, everything sucks, it's horrible, I'm done, I'm fed up. And then I'm predicting now that this Phoebe Waller, whatever the hell her name is going to be the person who brings him back to old of Indy. Not exactly, right? Because he's still a worn down old man, but she's going to be the one that makes him realize that it's okay. And again, I don't know. I know there's time travel involved, so I don't. It's just. Are you guys excited for this film? I know Scott is. I know because he's a big Indiana Jones fan. I just think they should have stopped doing these movies. I don't know. The first 3 Indiana Jones movies take place in roughly the same period. They all easily fit with the serialized, theatrical, almost screwball action style of the movies that were being released in the period they're set in. The challenge for Spielberg on Crystal Skull, and for me on this one, is that how do you move forward into new decades where the world is no longer seen in such clear demarcations of black and white and good and evil, where the whole concept of raiding tombs and fighting over relics is looked at in a different way. It's not about changing the story. See, but that's the thing, though. It's like, it's not like they're looking at it, they're saying all this like it's all different, but it seems like the same movie as the usual ones. Yeah, I think now it's like, is it still the Yahtzees or is it Russians? I think it's Russians in this one, like the Soviet Union. Yeah, most of the film is set in 1969. When America's heroes were figures such as astronauts rather than soldiers of fortune, and our perception of politics is more gray. Who's a villain? Who are we working with? Who are we fighting against? Proxy wars, all that. It's not as simple as the era around World War II. Well, World War II wasn't that simple either. But what happens to a hero built for a black and white world when he finds himself in one that is gray? It's a problem that produces humor, produces contradictions, produces adjustments that his character is going to have to make. I just don't understand, like, why does it have to be so complex? Well, the whole point of Indiana Jones is kind of very simple. You know, you don't have to make this very complex thing. And again, the fact that he's losing optimism and that he's not as hopeful, the guy has been through a lot. The Ark of the Covenant, the Holy Grail, his dad being a absentee, or not absentee rather, but he's still, his dad's a good father figure. He knew who his dad was. So the fact that he knows all this stuff and that there's obviously believes in like God and a higher power due to what he's seen in the past, it would just be hard for me to believe that he's just this rundown old guy is what this seems like anyway. Maybe I'm wrong, but even that trailer, like I said in my video, that comment where it's like, he just seems like worn out and broken, But again, I might be completely wrong, and that's not might be how he's portrayed at all. But yet, as fans already know, the film's opening sequence is set back in Indy's glory days. Ford was de-aged using AI technology in the Lucasfilm library of footage from his previous work. Mangold says the sequence isn't just a fun throwback, but provides more meaningful context to the character for the rest of the film. Yeah, they're setting it up from a long time ago. He is Eskimo brothers with his dad. That must be rough. Yeah, I would say so. Tim says, nope, I feel like everything has to be turned into the equivalent of a Lifetime movie. Yeah. And then, let's see, Execute Order Shields. I'm not excited for this. Should have left it at 3. Yeah, Scott agrees as well. The Last Crusade was the perfect ending, which I agree with. Crystal Skull, I haven't seen that movie, like I said, since it came out, and I remember watching it at the drive-in, and I tried putting it on, I would say, about a month ago. because on our members live stream, we talked about Indiana Jones, and I was like, I haven't seen Crystal Skull, but it is a bad movie. Holy hell. It is a very, very bad film. Like, I forgot how bad it was. I shut it off halfway. I was just like, I can't do this again. Flaccid says, yeah, I just headcanon that everything past Last Crusade is fanfic. That's what I do with Star Wars now. So, like, the originals and the prequels, I'm okay with the prequels. But the sequels and all that stuff, that they don't exist to me. That's trash. Solo was trash. They don't exist. If people like it, that's fine, whatever. But yeah, it's all fanfic. But that's what sucks, man. So you have these. They just stop touching things. Just leave it all alone. It just doesn't have to be. Just make something new. The best thing they could have done if they were smart, instead of making make one Star Wars series like Mandalorian. That's fine, right? And they should have kept him as a bounty hunter, going on adventures and whatnot. Not this overarching story and all that. That's got all these repercussions that lead. No, just a simple story with a bounty hunter doing his thing could have been perfect. You could have done the same thing with Indiana Jones, as we've all said many times before. Just like they did that show. I think the series was back in the 90s. It was the Indiana Jones series, and it was like young Indiana Jones. They could have done the same thing. Just revamp that. Throw Chris Pratt in there if you can get him. Probably not. But that would have been perfect. Having a Disney Plus series. Now, knowing Disney, they probably would have made him like black or something. Well, whatever. Maybe it was like his, I don't know, stepbrother or something. But anyway, yeah. So I think Indiana Jones would be a better series versus than movies, but just to stop touching it. Bobby says, yeah, the whole Shia LaBeouf's Tarzan scene is where I checked out. He could have been if he wasn't. He's a lunatic, though. There's just no helping. He's a really good actor, though. He's in some of those movies like Fury. Fury is a very underrated movie. He was fantastic in that movie. But he's hit or miss too. He's a wacko. See, if you're not aware, Lifetime is a network of housewives. Yeah. Execute Order says, yeah, Mando should have been by himself, not a babysitter. That's what it's all turning into. It's like everyone's taking care of children. I don't quite understand it. And of course, Grogu's back and he's never going to go away. And I think they said that the rumor of him coming back and being in the movies with Rey is not true, but I don't know. I have no idea anymore. I used to care to try to stay on top of it and stuff. I just have zero desire. Star Wars is so, if it's what they're doing alone is bad enough, but then dealing with any type of lunatic fan, if you say anything negative about Star Wars, even in a positive negative way, if that makes sense, like you just say, hey, I don't really like that movie, and dealing with the repercussions of their mental illness, it's just not even worth it. So it says here, Mangold also had to deliver the sort of elaborate, physical, intensive action sequences that the saga's fans expect. Indy's pragmatic cleverness came in handy here. He is, after all, the guy who simply shot the swordsman in Raiders rather than fight him. Indy's always looked to find the easy way out of a conflict. He used his brain to solve a puzzle in the midst of something threatening his life. He's not a character who was built on being a gunslinger or a Marvel-style brawny muscle hero. He's always looked for the quickest way out of a situation, and that only increases when you're 70. So his need to find ingenious ways out of the problem increases. But when it came time to get physical, Mangold says Ford was able to rise to the challenge. Yeah, because that's what we should do. We should have a 70-year-old doing a lot of physical stuff. If anything, he was the one who was fighting to do things when I would be like, no, not this one. I've heard that too. I think, wasn't that how he hurt his shoulder? Let's see. After a while, eventually Ford got worn down a little bit, said when you're 79 years old, just getting thrown to the ground is its own trauma, I would imagine. Harrison is not unlike Indy in the sense that he's carrying with him the scars of all the films he's made, as well as his own private calamities. He is literally this embodiment of all those bruises, broken bones, and being bounced off walls and being thrown to the floor over so many years. As any actor or stuntman will tell you, this stuff takes its toll. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that about wraps it up. Like I said, I just think that they're going to Jake Skywalker him. That's my opinion. That's what I'm gathering from this. I not looking forward to this at all. This one though will probably be one that I go and see, just because I want to see how they do the de-aging, and I'm curious as to how they pull it off. And I really hope I'm wrong. I really hope when I do the review I enjoy it. I would rather have good movies and say, hey, I admit it and I'll take the L. I don't care about that. I'm wrong all the time anyway, so being wrong about a movie is not gonna kill me. But yeah, I just don't think I'm gonna be wrong on this one, guys. I don't know. This is one that I think is going to be a turd, but we shall see. I don't know. Did you guys see the comment that Steven Spielberg had? Well, it wasn't like a secret or anything, but he was talking to Tom Cruise about how Maverick saved Hollywood. I thought that was really interesting. And I think that really shows you how important Maverick is and what Maverick was able to accomplish. The fact that he was like, hey, you basically saved Hollywood and saved the theater industry, even though AMC's deciding to make you pay more for specific seats, which I thought that was weird. Whatever, just sneak into another movie and sit wherever you want. What are they going to do? But thank you, Tim, for stopping by. Hope you're doing well, and you have a good rest of your week, man. I'll have some more videos out, so I'll catch you then. Yeah, and Maverick was great. I loved Maverick so much. That's tells you, I mean, that right there is it, if you want a good movie with no, politics, none of that nonsense, Maverick is what tells you that's what people want. It was simple, it was to the point, it was action. It even had some secret kind of that the volleyball gay scene was thrown in there, right? We saw that was sprinkled in there. So that everyone can like that movie, whether you're straight, whether you're questioning. It was enjoyable for everybody. Action scenes were awesome. So, what's up, Shake and Bacon? Hope you're doing well. Thank you. I appreciate it. But hope you're having a good week. And yeah, Tim says Maverick, or Scott says rather, sorry, Maverick was awesome. That's how you make a sequel. Yo, that wasn't gay. That was awesome. Hey, yeah. I mean, seeing Tom Cruise still be able to rock the volleyball scene and getting oiled up, hanging out on base. Yeah, I guess that's what they do in the Air Force. I don't know. That doesn't surprise me though. But what they said in the Marines? If it's not gay if you keep your boots on. So I don't know. We all have our own different little loopholes, I guess. But yeah, let's see. What do I also have? So I talked about DoomCock raging online about Picard. We talked about our Super Bowl trailers, Spielberg, and yeah, like I said, Maverick is perfect of a film. It's just fun. It's just, again, no one's telling me how to think, telling me that I'm a bad person. It's just fun. It's action. It's exciting. It's something that you want to see. And if other films were as good as they used to be, we would never think Maverick is as good as it is today. That's what sucks about it. So everything else is such garbage. Now Maverick was good nonetheless, but I'm saying it's so elevated and thought and so highly praised because everything else sucks so bad. Let's see what I have. One more thing here, a couple others, and I am seeing, like I said, Ant-Man. They're talking about that. I have seen the Rotten.com. Woo. If you've ever been in that website, you had a pretty crazy childhood. But Rotten Tomatoes has the audience score for that at like 80 something, which I don't know, because I'm seeing a lot of people like Den of Nerds and all them. They're saying the movie is garbage. They're saying it's an absolute trash film. But right now, let's see. I don't know if these are real though. I don't know. Maybe it's like positive review bombs. I don't know. But they're saying right now it's 86% audience score, only 250 verified reviews, so maybe that'll drop. I don't know. Oh, Boomer. That's Boomer Moments. You need to get a tally and get it ready. Flash says, I heard boot bands is all you need. At least that's what they told me. Yeah, I think it depends on where. Were you a Hollywood Marine? I don't know. I think the Hollywood Marines need boot bands. I was told it was boots. I know if you scream grape or scream surprise, it's not grape. So just saying. I don't know. Yeah, if you're in the military, you have a very twisted sense of humor. So that's where you get it from. But anyway, so look at all these reviews. I don't know if legitimately some of these are real or not. My son and I really enjoyed this movie. It was fun and entertaining. Very Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay. I really love the new introduction of the new phase. Kang is definitely going to take Kang. Kang is definitely going to take those smiles away from everyone soon. Super good. There are 2 extra scenes, so stay till the very end. Very beautiful movie. Watch out for the little guy. How is that a review? After kind of a slow... See, this seems real to me. After kind of a slow start, that movie just got better and better. No spoilers, but here's a few cryptic quotes. That guy looks like broccoli. They're not baby legs. What the hell? What the hell? Okay. It's an ant movie, so it was funny and had a lot of action. Definitely is a good start to Phase 5. Visually stunning. Paul Rudd remains as likable as ever. So, I don't know. It seems like people are watching it and enjoying it. We had sand fleas. Dude, those sucked. Those were the worst. We didn't get to go to baseball games during our week off, I guess is what you want to call it. Where you guys got to go to Padres games, I think, or something like that? Or Dodgers games? I don't know. Yeah, camel spiders. No thanks. No, I dealt with sand fleas. Those were fun. But, so anyway, apparently people are enjoying Ant-Man. But I am seeing a lot of people saying it's garbage, so I don't know. I have zero desire, like I said, to see this film. I don't care about anything Marvel. It looks like crap. The critics who normally shill for this stuff, as we said, usually love it and they shill for it, but they're not right now. They've trashed it, and I don't know. And then this bit of news came out earlier that Marvel is delaying Phase 5. So I don't know if that's good. I don't know how to really take that. I don't know if that's was already planned, because I know Phase 4, right? The biggest issue with Phase 4, they said they dropped all this information, or they dropped all these shows, and it was just garbage. It was just flooded with flooded with too much product, and it was just junk. So now they're starting to slow it down, and I think what they're saying is slowed down is Ironheart, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are looking forward to. Let's see. Scott, no, I have not. I have not seen Soylent Green yet. I'm watching it this weekend. I'm going to rent it and watch it, and I'm going to do a review on it. So that's going to probably be a review for members, though. So keep that in mind. Oh, this is my grifter plug. Memberships are available. So if you want to be a member, check out our member streams. You can hang out. There's member videos only. So if you want to do that, become a member today. You can check out a lot of other stuff. Let's see. Baseball games for the based Marines. Stone Gamer, what's up, man? Yeah, Marvel is a waste of time. Absolutely. I 100% agree with you. Yeti says a couple panelists missing. I see how it is. Hey, when you start streaming again, that will be helpful as well. And you know what? Justin makes a very good point. Don't be a grunt. Yeti, technically you're a grunt. So I don't even know why I'm highlighting this message. Just saying. But yeah. So let's see. Man, this is so laggy right now. You'd be better off smashing your head off a concrete floor for 2.5 hours than killing your brain cells watching trash. I 100% agree. That's why I don't really watch much Marvel anymore. And thank you. See? Go play Hogwarts. All you got to do is go stream Hogwarts. People will watch. I want to watch because I can't play the damn game. So, and Justin doesn't stream it. So I don't know what you're doing. But I've heard that game's been awesome. So the people that I have watched stream it, I don't really watch that much video game streams. It's been really good. But apparently a big delay in Phase 5, which doesn't help. So apparently you got Quantumanium, Guardians, Loki season 2, don't care. Blade, don't care. None of that. I don't care about any of this. New World Order, Captain America, who really gives two flying Fs about this. But apparently, massive delay. They're pushing it out of 2023. So I don't think this is very good for them. I think this is, it's a good sign for us, for the people who don't like this stuff, because maybe they'll correct it. Maybe they'll fix it. I don't know. I think a lot of this is just dead in the water. And the only hope of any type of good movies that we have, if you're into comic books and things like that, are coming out of DC anytime soon. I think Shazam 2, are any of you looking forward to Shazam 2? I think, as I said earlier, or in last stream rather, it looks good, but damn, the trailer gave 90% of it away. So, I don't know. Grunt life is the best life. Yeah. For streaming, I guess, yeah. Not in real life, though. Not in real. I would never want to be an 03. I always wanted to, and then you see what they, and it's like, I'm good. I'm good. Yeti, grunts ride or die. Yeah, Cajun, I did see you got Hogwarts today. Man, you guys start streaming too. That'd be fun for you to stream some video games. That's easy, man. All you gotta do is flip the game on. You don't have to put your face on there and just talk and, play. I would rather die than be an I 100% agree. Everyone says, oh, I want to be an 03 until you are an 03. And then they are literally on like suicide watch the entire time to get out of SOI. So no, you don't want to be a grunt at all. You want nothing to do with it. Everyone who says it's great, it's not. It's just because they got stuck with it. Yeah, there are ways to stream from your PS5, but all right, I'm gonna shut this tab off because it is absolutely slowing my PC down. But yeah, Marvel's dead, man. I have no desire for anything. Like I said, maybe Guardians of the Galaxy, but if anything, if I'm looking forward to that stuff, it's more so coming from the DC side. I don't know about Blue Beetle. I've heard some crazy things. I don't know if that's really going to be my speed. Just depends on what the trailer looks like. Zam, rather. I like the first one. The second one, though, they gave the whole damn movie away in the trailer. I know exactly what happens. I have there's no purpose of seeing it whatsoever. So, I don't know. I know. I'm working on it. I gave myself first quarter, end of March. So by the end of March, I should have a new PC up and running, and I won't have these issues right now. So it's one step at a time. Those building blocks. Those memberships are helping. So thank you guys for guys for being members. Anything Disney touches rots away. Marvel. 100%. Like I said, I've never in my life thought I was going to hate Star Wars, right? And that's what sucks about it, is like you grow up loving these things. And then I remember as a kid, I've always said, I would love to have a cool Star Wars show. And now I'm like, please, for the love of God, stop making this shit. It's so bad. I don't care about Ahsoka and all these weirdos here. Like this is the best for those that have never seen this before. This is exactly what happened to Star Wars.
Come on, beat his ass up. Come on, this guy's weak. Can't do nothing. Harder. Beat him up. Take his stuff. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Star Wars is dead. There's no fixing it. There's no coming back. Oh, Proud Family. Proud Family. Oh, Jesus, I saw that. Dear God, talk about not even trying to hide. Not even trying to hide the stuff that's going on in that show. I mean, I just don't understand how people... You got to watch if you have kids, don't stick them in front of Disney Plus anymore. Don't stick them in front of these shows. Watch it. Vet the stuff. Watch old things. There's enough streaming stuff out there. Watch stuff from the past. The shit from today is so terrible. And everything's an agenda-driven thing. It's just absolute garbage. It's hard, man. It sucks. Oh, man. Yeah. Don't be a Rossicist. Yeah, if you don't like a show, you're automatically an ist or a phobe. You know how it normally goes. But yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to, like I said, I am looking forward to get a PC. That's going to be end of March latest, hopefully sooner than that. Once I do that, I will be streaming, especially games. I'll be doing some gaming streams. Me, Justin, and maybe Yeti. I don't know. But we're talking about doing some video game streams as well. So keep that in mind. But yeah, it's I don't know, kind of crazy what's going on. It sucks where we are at in pop culture because everything is just everything sucks, man. Just there's not a lot of good stuff coming. You have your little gems that come out. And you have your really good movies that stand out. Do you guys have anything that you're waiting for and you're looking forward to big time? Like I said, I can't think of anything really that stands out that doesn't have like some type of asterisk or caveat to it. So I don't know, like The Flash, right? A couple aspects of that movie I like, but John Wick is good. Yeah. See, I liked the first one. The second one was good. And it's been a while since I watched the third one. So I'd have to rewatch it again. Dune 2. Yeah. I'm hoping that turns out well because I did enjoy Dune. I agree. 99% of everything comes out is garbage. Are they doing a Last Kingdom movie? Is that a straight to Netflix thing? Or is that going to be like an actual cinema movie? See, like, even I'm a big horror fan for anyone out there. I love the Scream franchise. I'm not really looking forward to Scream 6. I'm going to go see it because I just want to see what they do with it. But I am not a big fan of that. Dude, I don't even know what the hell Mission Impossible we're up to. Like, it's Mission Impossible, even though the effects and everything look really good and the practical effects and the stunts look amazing, I equate that to almost Fast and the Furious stuff where I'm like, we're on like Mission Impossible 12. I don't even know what's going on with the storyline. I don't know. Do I have to watch Mission Impossible 1, 2, and 3 from back in like 2000 to be caught up, or can I just pick up on another movie? I have no idea where we're at. No clue whatsoever. So I don't know. Candeezy says, yeah, I'm a huge horror fan. Honestly, the new Scream. Yeah, it's like, first off, they didn't bring back Neve Campbell. They didn't want to pay her the money. So now Sydney's gone. Sydney makes that franchise. I understand it's supposed to be a passing of the torch and all that nonsense. But I don't know. The fact that they're bringing it to New York City and it's just very, very, I don't know. I just don't anticipate that being a very good film. I'm going to go see, like, the last one was okay. Once they revealed why the killers were doing what they were doing, I was like, oh my God. They're literally talking about you. I hate to spoiler. Sorry, but spoiler. They're basically like, it's YouTubers are the problem. Like it's like bad fans of stuff. It's so stupid. But I think they're going to kill off Gale Weathers in this next one, to be honest. I think that's what's going to happen. I think they were going to bring back, if they were going to bring back Neve Campbell, they were going to end up killing her anyway to complete the actual passing of the torch. But I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I'm going to go see it just to see it, but, I don't know. Yeah, that's why I didn't put a number behind it. Exactly. I have zero idea like what's going on. Mission Impossible 7, Russia wins. That's hilarious. No, just go with the flow with it. Are there any previous? Which is the one where I saw him hanging off the side of like a C-130? I think that was supposed to be a good one. I just haven't seen them at all. So it's been a long time since I've seen any of them. Like I said, I remember watching the last Mission Impossible movie that I remember was when Metallica made the song for it. I think that's like 2002. It's been a long time, man. I haven't watched any of those in a very, very long time. Whoops. Yeah, if you don't know, here, I'll grift a little bit. I'm on Rumble, so if you have Rumble and you want to follow me on there, because eventually, with Mama Susan gone, who knows what this new guy's going to do? We might all be gone. So if you want to find me, I'm on Rumble. I'm trying to build that platform as well, in case the inevitable comes and I get kicked off for saying I don't like Star Wars. But Yeah, I looked at, based on the like the trailer, it looked like Gale was going to be Gale's MIA. And then the last one, again, spoilers if you haven't seen it, sorry. I don't want to, but how they did, well, I won't spoil it, but how they treated a OG character in the last Scream really pissed me off. I was like, they did him dirty. Mike says, my biggest issue with the Scream franchise is they keep going, repeating the same formula. Yeah, I don't really know what I understand, and I think they should have, I don't know. I don't even know how to like address like the issue, right? Because that's all it is. It's just the same thing. It's just a killer calls on the phone, kills her. I mean, but that's what these slasher movies are. Like Jason, Friday the 13th, right? They just gotta, I don't know. But I do love the movies. The fact that they brought back Kirby from Scream 4 really bothered me, because the reason why they brought back Kirby from Scream 4 was because online Twitter weirdos kept protesting about it and tagging them, and they wanted her to come back. She should have been dead. And apparently, possible rumor / spoiler, one of the killers is the original killer from the very first film. The one who got his head crushed into the TV. Don't remember his name. Obviously not the what's her name's boyfriend, the other one, Stu. Apparently he didn't die. I don't know if that's true. I hope not. That would be so dumb. But apparently that might be a thing. That's the one with Henry. Do you mean Cavill, or I don't know who that is? Okay, yeah, Henry Cavill. I was like, I don't know who that is. They're highly entertaining, so not knowing the entire lore is okay, and they make okay. Last one I watched was Ghost Protocol. That was number 4. Steven, what's up, man? Yes, smash that like button, guys. If you're here, please. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps everything, and all that fun YouTube jargon. Scott says, unlike most franchises, I think Mission Impossible movies have gotten better as they went along. Oh, absolutely. Compared to the first one back in like 2000, the old ones are terrible. But as I've seen them go on and seen trailers, obviously the acting has gotten better. Like they take them more seriously from what I have seen. I just haven't sat down and watched the whole movie or know the whole premise of what's going on. So I just got to pick one up and go with it. Okay, yeah, it is Stu. Yeah, he's the villain of the original one. I mean, I did like the tie-in of how the girl is tied to the boyfriend from the very first movie, The Killer. I thought that was interesting. Like there were some good parts of that movie that I did enjoy. I thought it was a good reboot Scream if they were going to reboot it. But I just, now that we're going to keep going and keep making more movies, I don't know. Listen, it is good though if you're a horror fan, because horror movies are normally they don't do well at the box office, and horror movies are knocking it out of the park. You got Scream that did really well. You have Megan did really well. What was the other horror movie that did really well? The Terrifier 2, which I didn't see. That looked dumb. But that did really well at the box office. So if you're a horror fan, like horror movies are doing extremely good at the box office. So they're going to keep knocking them out and raking it up. So, which I don't mind, because like I said, I'm a big horror fan. I will say this: Halloween Kills or Ends is probably the worst horror movie I've ever seen in my entire life. That is the worst. Oh God. Thank God I did not pay to see that. Thank God I didn't go to the movie theater. That was so atrocious. Oh my God. I stopped and walked away a couple times. Like it was just laughably bad. Smile was really good. I was very surprised at how much I enjoyed Smile. I will say this: Smile is better in theater than if you watch it at home, because I watched it in theater. It was great. The sound, everything, like it's all tied together, but you don't get the effect of a Smile if you do at home. It's just different being in a big theater with the massive surround sound, because sound has a lot to do with it in this movie. It keeps you disoriented. It keeps you on edge and uneasy the entire time. Whereas a lot of the movies, they kind of let off the gas pedal for a little bit. They let you just kind of coast and then get you comfortable again. Smile keeps you on the edge of your seat, kind of really uncomfortable the entire movie. So it's a great movie. it's a different experience when you watch it at home. It's very similar if you've never seen it to like The Ring and It Follows, stuff like that. I did a review on it. Surprisingly, it actually did pretty well, my view count, which most of my reviews don't. They don't go anywhere. But Smile was fun. That was a good one. And yes, that was my personal fave, Scott. I shredded Halloween Ends. Halloween Kills sucked too. I don't know. People say that was a good movie. Halloween Kills was absolutely garbage. That was such a bad movie. Some of the kills were cool, but if they were going to reboot Halloween, just like I said with Scream, Halloween 2018 is what I call it. That should have been it. Period. End of discussion. They should have just done that. Let him die in the house fire, and that's it. That's the end. Oh my God, Scott. Holy hell. Barbarian? I don't. That movie is wild. If you haven't seen Barbarian and you like scary movies, go watch it. I think it's still on HBO Max. That's strange. I watched that and I was like, what? I was literally like, what the fuck is going on? That movie, yeah, that is like just complete left turn. Holy shit. Like, and then it takes you on another turn. I'm not doing any spoilers. I recommend you check that out. Like that. You know exactly what I'm talking about, Scott. Like that movie, you see that you're just like, you sit back and you're just kind of frozen for a minute. Like, what just happened? What am I watching? Holy like you are blown away for a minute. And then it just gets crazier and crazier. It's worth checking out. Would I rewatch it a bunch of times? No, I'd rewatch it maybe one more time. But rewatchability for me isn't there with that one. But it was wild. Yeah, that's definitely one that I highly recommend. There's another one too on HBO Max. I think it's Malignant. I don't know if anyone saw Malignant. That movie is freaking nuts. Like, that's another one where it's a very, very strange, weird horror movie where you're like, what the fuck is going on and why? It was like the whole, I don't want to spoil it. I recommend you checking it out because on its own accord, it's a very strange movie. It's more laughable than anything, I think, and just with some oddities thrown in there. But yeah, it's definitely a different one on its own accord for sure. Yeah, it's one of those movies. I kept watching it because I was confused, and then you're already down the rabbit hole, so you're just like, why? Okay, now I got to just stick with it to see how this plays out. And then when you do, you're just like, how much? Yeah, drugs were involved in that movie for sure. Like, well, the people who made it were definitely on some type of narcotic because very, very wild movie. I don't even know what other horror movies are coming out this year. Oh my God, another Saw movie? Why? Why are they doing that? Oh, the next Evil Dead looks really good. Even though I kind of don't like that they're changing it. Because obviously Ash is not involved, which kind of sucks. But let me see if I can pull up the list here. My computer doesn't absolutely take a yeah. Did anyone see the Winnie the Pooh Blood Honey movie? That movie looks real. Like, it's got horrible reviews. It didn't look good. I have no desire to see it whatsoever. Yeah, it looks very strange. Here, let me share this real quick. Yeah, there we go. All right, so this is a list of horror movies coming out this year. Snowfalls, no idea, never heard of it. There's Something Wrong with the Children, again, no idea. Infinity Pool, no clue. Fear, no idea. Unwelcome. Knock at the Cabin, I heard was lame. I heard it was kind of lame. And then here's the Winnie the Pooh Blood Honey. So they made a horror movie based on the Winnie the Pooh IP. After Christopher Robin abandons them for college, Pooh and Piglet embark on a bloody rampage as they search for a new source of food. Yeah, I don't know about that. It's very strange. But yeah, we're talking about Malignant. It's on HBO Max. I would check it out if you have it. It's worth the watch. It's not as wild as Barbarian, but it's in that same realm of very like strange. It's Malignant. So yeah, I would check that out. But yeah, Winnie the Pooh and Blood Honey. I was going to see it, but then I heard like the reviews that I saw on like Rotten Tomatoes. They're saying like it was a joke of a movie, which it did look. It looks very low budget and bad, but so yeah, something I don't have a desire for. Then obviously Scream 6, and then I think they are redoing The Exorcist, and that's what this is, the Pope's Exorcist. Now I don't know how I feel about that. The Exorcist is a classic movie. That's one that I don't really like messing with. I remember the first time I ever saw that movie, they remastered it and re-released it to theaters. And this had to be, God, man, I was in high school. So 2002-ish. And I saw it in theaters for the very first time. Like, that's the first time I ever saw it. I was creeped out. The whole running down the stairs backwards thing, dear God, man, I never knew nothing about The Exorcist. That was definitely an experience for sure. Renfield is they're calling it a horror movie. That actually looks really funny. Looks really funny with Nicolas Cage and what's this guy's name? I don't remember this guy's name here, but that actually looks really good. Let's see. Flash says, I really hope the Winnie the Pooh horror movie is going to be the next Citizen Kane. Yeah, it definitely seemed like it was high quality and it was going to be an Oscar-worthy movie for sure. Yeah, but Renfield looks fun. It doesn't look like a horror movie. It just looks like a fun movie. Different take on Dracula, which, I'm definitely going to go see that one just to see how it turns out. Evil Dead Rise, though, looks nuts. Like I said, I was a little concerned at first because Ash isn't involved. It's a completely different storyline, but in the Evil Dead universe. And I was worried because the Evil Dead remake sucked back. What was that, in 2010 or something, I think, is when they did the remake. And the remake was absolutely garbage. But this is a twisted tale of two estranged sisters whose reunion is cut short by the rise of flesh-possessing demons, thrusting them into a primal battle for survival as they face the most nightmarish version of family imaginable. If you haven't seen the Red Band trailer, go check that out. It is nuts. It looks wild. Definitely graphic. So if you're into that kind of horror movie, you'll enjoy this movie. So that's one that I am looking forward to. The Boogeyman. Oh, God. The adaptation of Stephen King's Boogeyman. Rob Savage. No one's coming to mind that I know, so who knows? Insidious 5. I don't care. Do you guys like the Insidious movies? I thought they were okay. I didn't think they were that great. Not something that I run out and go see. The Nun 2, no thank you. I thought that said The Cuckold. That'd be a amazing horror movie, right? The Cuckoo. I have no idea what that is. So yeah, there's the Exorcist. Okay, so this is the sequel. Oh, okay, so it's not a remake. It's a sequel to the 1973 film about a 12-year-old girl who is possessed by a mysterious demonic entity, forcing her mother to... So basically, very similar to like how they did Scream. Okay, interesting. Now, Exorcist 3. Is that the one where they're in the hospital and that woman comes out with the big... Or not the woman, but that weird ghost comes out with the big giant like scissors or something? That scene, for whatever reason, is wild. If you've never seen Exorcist 3, go check that out. That movie is pretty creepy. For a third movie, it's pretty good. Saw 10. Yeah, there you go. So another Saw movie, probably going to come out Halloween. I've stopped watching the Saw movies at probably I think I watched up to the third one, and then I was like, I can't do this anymore. The first one was the best. The rest of them are all garbage. Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be a great one. Yeah, the one with George C. Scott. Yes. Yeah. That was a good movie. I just watched it not too long ago too. Yeah, Jack Murphy is in that movie. This one, Cuckoo. And yes, they are making Five Nights at Freddy into a movie. I remember hearing about this a while ago. They're currently filming it right now, they said. So True Haunting, Apartment 7A, no idea. Shelby Oaks, Salem's Lot. Okay. A writer travels to a town where the people become vampires. What's the one vampire show? Michael Flanagan, I think's his name, did it. He did the Haunting on Hill House. That was really good. And then what was the vampire one? It was a Netflix series. Those were really good. Michael Flanagan makes some pretty good stuff. At least those two were. I don't know about the other Hill House or Haunting of whatever. I didn't really care for that one, but The Bagman, yeah. So not many horror movies are coming out this year. I mean, these are all under pre-production, means probably never come out, but yeah, these I've no idea what these are, but yeah. So that's where we're at with horror movies for the year. I don't know. Not a lot of movies that I'm looking forward to, but horror is always my thing. I just rewatch. What I'm going to start doing, like I said, I'm going to watch old stuff that I've never heard before or that I've never seen before from recommendations from a lot of you all, like that. Scott, what's that movie you guys recommend? I wrote it down. Soylent Green, like that. That's one that I'm going to check out for sure, and a couple others. But yeah, I just go back to the older stuff because the older stuff's where it's at. New stuff today sucks, and they always ruin it, destroy it somehow. But yeah, I think I'm an hour 20 in, so I'm going to probably call it. Like I said, be on the lookout. My member stream, I'm going to have a member stream on Sunday morning. It's open to everybody, but only members, non-grunts, as Justin would say, can chat. So if you want to be able to chat and interact, become a member. You'll be able to, and it's a lot of fun. You'll have access to all the other videos that I do, comic unboxings, all kinds of stuff. The nerd stuff that I don't do and cover mainstream. Rollerball, check that one out too. Are you joking or is that real? That sounds, or is that's not the one with Elliot Page, right? Rollerball. I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen the trailer for that or parts of it. I will check it out. James Caan. Okay. Yes, I've seen some of that, and that was really good. I never got to finish it though. But yeah, that was a really, really good film from the parts that I saw. It looked very intense as they were filming it, like they were not pulling punches or anything. So that looked really cool. It kind of reminded me of hockey vibes with roller though. But it looked pretty cool. But yeah, all right, guys, I'm going to call it. Like I said, I thank you all as everyone, the members. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Like I said, I'll have that members stream up this Sunday. We got to figure out what we're going to talk about this week. And yeah, I'll have more videos coming out too, is covering as much news as I can. So appreciate y'all hanging out with me as always for the Thursday night rundown. Have a good rest of your week. Have a good Friday. And again, I will catch you all very, very soon. So have a good rest of your week, and I'll talk to you all later. Thanks for everyone being here. See you guys next time.